Hello guys, you're very welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you see this beautiful face for the first time, I am Agbo Fiona, second year PhD nursing student in the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm also a research assistant. I am a mother of 4 little kids and I am a YouTuber. So the aim of today's video is to enlighten us about the possibility of getting the Dubai Health Authority license or any licensure at all in the United Arab Emirates without possibly taking the examinations.
Wow.
Yes, you got me right. There are certain countries that are eligible for Dubai Health Authority or for United Arab Emirates examinations waiver because they possess licenses as nurses in specific countries. And these countries, there are 20 of them. You can see them on the screen. Some of these countries are Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Finland, Ireland, USA, of course, and many other countries. But there are 2 clauses in order for you to be eligible for this examination waiver. First of all, you must have obtained this license within the last 2 years, or you must have had a continuous employment history. You're also not supposed to have any gaps within your employment history. So if you fulfill any of these 2 criteria, then you are good to go with Dubai Health Authority or United Arab Emirates examination waiver. So there is one of my subscribers who has gone through this process and he has had his Dubai Health Authority license while he is still in his country in Uganda, and that's why I'm bringing him to my channel today to tell us about how he did it. And he did it all by himself. Funake Consultancy did not help him to do it. So it's possible, it's doable. If you have a licensure in any of these countries I mentioned, then you are eligible for the Dubai Health Authority license waiver or a waiver in any of the United Arab Emirates. Stay tuned, watch this video right to the end because you're going to learn a lot. And if you have any questions, put your comments below and we'll get back to you. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly like and subscribe to our channel. Turn on your notification bell so that you will not miss any of our insightful videos. So guys, Mr. Charles Lwanga is here. Whenever I hear his name, I think of Saint Charles Lwanga, because he was a prominent saint who did a lot for the gospel of Christ. And back in Cameroon, in Boya, we had a parish called Charles Lwanga Parish. So whenever I saw his name, it always reminded me of this. So, Mr. Charles, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much, Fiona. I've been your silent follower for some good time on YouTube, but I didn't know.
Oh,
but
awesome! Did you hear that?
A silent follower of you. Yeah. So my name is Charles Lwanga. I'm a father to 1 child and 1 wife. Yeah, my daughter is about 2.5 years.
Oh wow!
I am a BSN nurse. In Uganda, and I'm also a Usrn with nursing.
Do you hear that?
And then I'm also a DHA registered nurse. That is
my goodness, so many licenses. Kudos.
Thank you.
Okay, so how long have you been working in Uganda as a nurse? How has your pathway as a nurse transitioned you to become a nurse in all these other countries, USA and Dubai?
Okay, so in Uganda, after your BSN, you do a 1 year's internship. And after doing your internship, then you register as a nurse in Uganda. So I did my internship for 1 year and completed it in 2020.
2020, okay.
September 2020. So that is the time I have been working as a registered nurse in Uganda. But however, I am a big dreamer. So from the time I completed my internship, registered as a nurse, yeah, I've been yearning to practice elsewhere. And it
Wow,
is what has led me to having those licenses for now.
that's amazing. He has a license from Uganda after studying. Then he's also an overachiever. He decided to get the US license and also the Dubai Health Authority license. So let's start with the US license. How did you get your US license? How did you go through the process? Did you do it by yourself? Do you have an agency that helped you through the process?
Wow. Okay, thank you for that question, Fiona. My journey wasn't an easy one. It
Oh,
had full of, step downs, but I thank God I overcame and now I'm a USRN. Yeah, so
hallelujah.
the journey started in 2022
Okay.
when I felt like I wanted to leave the country, and I was like, no, let me start the USA process.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I started the US process, I landed into an agency called Connect Assessment Staff.
Okay. Yeah, I know Connexus.
So Connexus is the agency I'm working with, and we have
Okay.
had a very wonderful time together. They sponsored
Wow.
my NCLEX process,
See?
uh, and then yeah, everything until when I got the license. And right now they filed my I-140.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I am working with Connexa. So I started in 2022 September,
Okay.
and then uh, I submitted my documents to CGFNS
Okay.
in January 23.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I got the challenges.
It
One,
took forever.
the CGFNS, report, CS report took forever. I
Yes,
thought I
that's how
would
it
get
is.
it.
They are
Yeah,
like that. Exactly.
I thought I would get it in 3 months. Because on their website they say within maybe 12 weeks.
Okay.
Mine took about 7 months waiting.
That's even short. I know people's own who have taken about almost a year or more.
Yeah, so I took 7 months waiting, eagerly preparing. Remember, I started reading before I joined Connexus. Before
Oh
you join
wow. Okay.
Connexus, they give you a predict exam which you have to pass, and they see if you're good enough for
Yeah,
their NCLEX
that's how those
sponsorship.
agencies
So
work.
yeah, so
Okay.
before I joined Connexus, I was preparing. That was September 2022. So I read through, you know, for about 4 months in 2022. Now I'm in 2023, still reading. You don't know what is next. Yeah, still working hard. I think I read for more than a year. Preparing every day, hoping that you're going to be taking the exam,
Wow.
and things are not coming. What the way you think they could come. So I got my CS report in September
Mm-hmm.
2023. Yeah, almost reading for an hour. And then
Wow.
here is another challenge I got. After giving a report, they say I am deficient in geriatric nursing by
Oh.
some hours. So this was another, you know, step back. They had to send me to my university to clarify. So what I did, I had to take a short course
Oh,
organized by my university,
okay.
and yeah, I was able to undertake the course for 2 months. And after the 2 months short course in geriatrics, I was able to be, I was cleared by Texas board, and I was able to
Okay.
get ATT and booked for my NCLEX in India. And I was able to pass on my first attempt on March 2024. But the journey
Wow.
was, I think, was long. I took many years, many more than a year preparing, actively reading. So I think it was also for the good of me,
Mm-hmm.
because I found the exam so easy. Yeah, not the way people claim
You
that
had
it's too
prepared for
hard.
quite a long time.
Yeah, so I think the good thing with preparing for ample time was I found the exam really easy. I couldn't believe that it was the NCLEX they talk about.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah, so I couldn't believe, because the exam was too easy. Everything I've been like, no
whoa.
concept wrote was unfamiliar. Everything was familiar, Every, like, these case studies, yeah, I had seen like concepts related to the case studies I saw in the
Mm-hmm.
exam. So yeah, it was a good one, really.
That's amazing. I would say big congratulations for this huge milestone. Huge congratulations for attaining your USRN license. I know of so many people who have struggled countless times to get this license, but they keep failing, they keep going back and forth, and they're like, it's super hard, it's very tricky. You went, did it within did it the first time, and you aced it. Congratulations,
Yeah,
this is great.
I finished the exam in less than 2 hours.
I think a 7 hour exam.
Yeah, if I finished in less than 2 hours, I was 10 hours.
You were done, you're like, what is this? Is this what I spent all
What?
my life preparing for?
I know.
But I
Yeah,
think
so
it's because you have been preparing very hard for it. Remember, you started preparing for this journey since 2022, and
yeah,
you took the
sure.
exam to 2024. And I'm sure
Yeah.
you did not take any breaks in between. You were very intentional about it.
No, I didn't take
Yeah,
any break because I was hopeful
exactly.
that anytime I'm going to get my
You are
ATT,
prepared.
anytime
See?
I'm going to book for my exam. Yeah, so I didn't take any breaks. I just continued working hard each and every day until when I had to make it out.
Amazing. I know of a lot of people also have taken it just once and they aced it. I know of those who have taken it several times. So I always believe hard work, preparation, and being intentional about it is the key. So thank God for Connexus who hired you and provided all of these pathways for you. They took care of all your expenditures and they are still willing
Yeah,
to walk you through right to the end of the journey. But tell me, how
yeah,
did
sure.
you know about Dubai Health Authority license?
Okay,
And why do you
so
want to move to Dubai?
okay, so uh, during that process, when I was taking forever to obtain the NCLEX license,
Mm-hmm.
I thought about other countries where I would move to,
Great.
and I was interested by the by Dubai because of some of the information I found on internet and
Okay.
from colleagues who have been in Dubai.
Right.
The culture diversity in Dubai compared to other Asian countries where nurses usually work. Dubai is quite better when it comes to culture diversity, Then when it comes to payment, salary payment, I can say Dubai pays 10 times higher than what Uganda pays.
Absolutely. And there is no taxes associated with it.
Yeah, and the tax-free
Tax
salary.
free. For real.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, at
I
least
miss
you worked there.
that.
You worked there, so at least the tax-free is
Mm-hmm.
is, is also a big thing, which interested me to think about Dubai. So I started Googling, finding out what I need for me to be licensed in Dubai.
It has
So
been intentional there.
yeah, so I was like, okay, fine. As soon as I complete, and then retrogression for green cards also came in.
Exactly. Oh Lord. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
so I was looking at the time I'm spending in the process. After doing the exam, passing your NCLEX, there's also time of waiting for your green card in retrogression. So I felt like I need to move into a country, which I think can be easier to move out when your
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when your green card is ready. So
It's ready. Right.
yeah, so I thought about Dubai, and so I processed the Dubai license.
Wow. That's amazing. Apart from the fact that there is cultural diversity in Dubai and the salary is good,
Uh,
you also consider the fact that the green card process was taking quite a long time and you decided to move to Dubai to do that. That's really amazing. That's so inspiring. And you did your searches yourself, you did this process yourself. So can you briefly walk us through how did this process go? What did you do? How did you go through it until you got your license in the end?
okay, so uh, the Dubai licensing process has
Mm.
I think about three steps.
Three steps,
One,
yes.
yeah, is the data flow. You go to the
Yes.
DHA website.
Website,
You
yes.
create an account with them,
Mm-hmm.
and after that you do your data flow.
Mm-hmm.
After data flow is exam. I will talk
Yes.
about the exam, but the first thing in the process is to obtain a report from data flow group.
Yes. I
Uh,
always advise on that too. Yeah. Very
so
important.
the data flow is like I cannot say credential evaluation, but it is just a primary source verification company. They verify that
Yes.
the documents you presenting to DHA are authentic and they are not faked. People sometimes fake documents.
Of course. That's right.
So they want to make sure that your documents are authentic and
Mm-hmm.
the sources are existent. And these are the documents they need. One, they need your certificate of good standing from all
Mm-hmm.
countries where you have a
Where you
license.
have license, yes.
For example, myself, the fact that I did I first did for me because I was not sure of the NCLEX process. I was waiting forever, not being given
Mm-hmm.
entity. So I first did uh, a data flow for
Okay.
for the Ugandan papers. That is
Okay.
uh, the university transcript, certificate of good standing from Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
That one is issued by our licensing body, and
Right.
then uh, experience certificate,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also need a BLS certificate, basic life
Yes.
support. So
Or ACLS
eh,
prime.
yeah, so you can also add that, but at least you must have basic life support. If you
Right.
have SLS, good for you, but at least you must
Yes.
have basic life support certificate. Yeah, so uh, to share with the viewers, when I was starting the process, yeah, I asked Fiona a few questions. I don't know if she remembers. I entered into her inbox and asked her about, yeah, she was like, yeah, you can give it a try. Yeah, I went ahead to do everything myself. So
Okay.
I got my data flow report in
Okay.
about a month.
A month. That's quick. Right.
Yeah, but what I did was I closely followed my university.
That's it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it
because
will take forever to. Yes.
it will check, these people don't care about us.
Mm-mm. Sadly not.
Yeah, so you have to closely follow them until when you're sure that they have responded. And the moment they respond, you get an immediate or an instant feedback that
Yes.
your the issuing authority has
I'll be
responded to
verified.
your yeah responded
Yes.
to the verification request.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what helped me. I closely followed my university, my
Oh,
nursing
that's
council.
great.
Remember, you submit your license and
Mm-hmm.
certificate of good standing
Mm-hmm. And your
from your
educational credentials.
yeah. So and then your experience certificate. So you have to closely uh, make your issuing authorities respond to DHA immediately, and so doing, you are able to get your report soonest. So it took me a month to get uh, those. But however, after taking the NCLEX,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I I did any additional data flow for my US
Yes.
license,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also did another third additional verification for certificate of good standing from the board.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason why I didn't initially submit a certificate of good standing, there is a document which detail licensing process in Dubai and UAE in general. It's called the Professional Health Workers Qualification Requirements. So that document, when you read it closely, you can know all that you need for you to be
Right.
licensed in Dubai. So I had read that book, that document, page to page.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew all what I needed to be exempted from doing the licensing exam.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So somewhere in their document, they say that I think on page 12, they talk about uh, if your license has not made 3 months since it is issued, you don't need to submit a certificate of good standing
Okay.
from that issuing, authority. So for me,
Oh, I didn't
in the
see that
first
one.
case, oh, you can look at page 12. I
Okay.
think it is uh, section 1.3.6.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
so in that document, I saw it, and yeah, that's why initially I had not submitted my my certificate of good standing because I thought they only needed what? A license. I had just
Mm-hmm.
gotten my license from Texas, so I didn't bother. But the moment I submitted all my reports, applied, or I submitted my get registered application, they were like, no, you have to give us a certificate of good standing from Texas as well. So this is
Mm-hmm.
where
They
another
always require
struggle.
that. Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God.
this is where the other struggle came from. I got
Okay.
stuck. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how to get the certificate of good standing from
From Texas
Texas.
Board of Nurses.
So I had to do so many things, and no one would help me. And I had already requested for exam exemption, so I couldn't go back to ask them to take the exam now. So
Exactly.
I had to look for ways of getting it from Texas. So I made calls. I made a
Oh,
direct call
oh
because
wow.
when I contacted them via my portal, my Texas portal, they were not replying. 1 week,
Okay.
2 weeks, 15 business. They say give us 15 business days for any request you give us. 15 days elapsed, no rest. 15 working days means 3 weeks, no
Yes.
response. So after the 3 weeks, I was like, no, let me call. So when I called, they told me you have to put in what? In writing. You ask us to send a certificate of good standing, and
Okay.
after working on it, we shall send it. So, uh, but this is where the challenge came from. They told me they don't send the certificate of good standing to me directly. It is
Yes,
sent
it's sent directly to the Dubai Health
to,
Authority.
yes, Texas doesn't send that certificate to an individual, you as a nurse, but they
Mm-hmm.
send it directly to the board or to
Right.
DHA.
Right.
So, and when you put in that request, you have to allow 15 business days, and then
Oh
you
my
call
God.
them to find out if they have sent. So the moment they tell you that they have sent a document, then you reapply, you resubmit, because initially when I submitted my application to DHA, they returned it, or I can say they reject, not rejection, but they returned for me to provide that additional
Additional
document.
document. Yes, they do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had to work with my board, and yeah, after confirming that they sent the document, yeah, I resubmitted the the application, and
Okay.
I got my eligibility letter.
Yay, that's the sweetest part.
Yeah, so now I'm a DHA RN. I thank God.
Congratulations again. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. So it took me about, I can say, a total of 6 months
Okay. Okay.
from the time I did my data flow,
Mm-hmm.
the first data flow, and then the additional data flows.
Okay.
It took me about 6 months to get the DHA eligibility letter or the registration certificate.
Okay. That's awesome. So including the 1 month it took for you to get the first data flow, it took a total of 6 months, or
Yeah.
6 months in addition to the 1 month you used to get the first data flow.
So I can say 6 months because I started the process in January.
Okay.
So, because I knew that I would be exempted
Yes.
from taking the exam, then in
Mm-hmm.
the middle there, I first waited. I got my ATT, NCLEX
Okay.
ATT, January. So when I
Mm-hmm.
got NCLEX ATT, so I was like, I need now to first take the NCLEX. And after taking the NCLEX, it was, thinking about cost reduction and cost,
I understand.
uh, yeah, something like that. I wanted to avoid some costs using my
Right.
NCLEX license. So I submitted my documents for data flow. I got a report in Feb, but
Okay.
I took my
March.
NCLEX in March. But
Yeah.
however, from March 14th to June 3rd, when I got the Dubai
Health authority.
eligibility letter,
Mm-hmm.
that is the time I spent. So that's why I say the entire process took me about 6 months. But if somebody is not looking out for exam exemption, they
Mm-hmm.
can they can even do it within a month. Okay, 1.5 months, because uh, the moment you have your DHA report, whether your data flow report, you can immediately book your exam.
Right.
Yeah,
And the
so you
results of
can
the
do
exam
it.
comes out the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
within
but this
one
video is
day.
for those who are
Yeah,
eligible for exam exemption. And I'm sure
yeah,
even with exam exemption, it will even go faster. I'm sure it's because you had to do other things in between. You had to prepare for your exams, you had to travel to India and come back.
yeah, true.
That's why it took a while. Yes. So how about
Then
how much? Okay, go ahead, please.
yeah, so and then the other delay came about not knowing what I needed to do,
Okay,
and Texas board being a bit slow in responding to emails,
right.
and generally they're a bit slow, but yeah, they finally respond. So it's what made me take some longer time
Okay.
to get the eligibility letter.
All right. Amazing. So the professional brochure Charles talked about, I'll leave it below in the description. You can access it. I had copied it and attached it to one of our previous videos, but I'll attach it on this video as well. So his process, his transition from the from the Ugandan license to then US license, and then Dubai Health Authority license took about 6 months because he was doing a lot of things in between. But then it came through, and follow his advice, follow his tricks. He kept calling the Texas Board of Nursing directly, frequently. Otherwise, they will just sit on your case, because I'm sure those people have a lot of requests they receive on the daily. Are
Uh,
you in Dubai already, or you're still in Uganda?
okay, I'm still in Uganda, but I'm
Okay.
hoping to move to Dubai in the next 3 months. I hope to move into Dubai in September.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
so I have not got a job in Dubai. I have
Okay.
had interviews, two of them,
Wow.
but they wanted somebody
Physical.
who is physically in Dubai.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So because of that, okay, I will continue applying. You never know, there may be some hospital willing
Yes.
to give me some time to relocate. But
Right.
if things don't work out the way I think, yeah, I will move into Dubai in September.
Okay. That's amazing.
What I've seen, most of the job adverts you see, they be
Mm-hmm.
wanting a nurse urgently. They cannot give you 3 weeks to move in.
Right.
Yeah, so you need to be physically there.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
what I always tell my subscribers. They are like, find me a job in Dubai. I need a job in Dubai. I'm like, no, you need to be there physically. If they call you, they want to see you, they want to interview you, and you have to do some practical tests. How are you going to do it from the confines of your room in, say, Cameroon or Uganda or Ghana? It's not going to be possible. So it's better to move. And I think you can also be able to book an interview. If maybe you have a flight date already set, you can still get a chance to book an interview, so that once you reach, you just go attend your interview and then you get your job.
Yeah, exactly. That is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because one asked me, in case we give you a job, in which time frame are you willing to
Exactly.
come? So
Okay.
I told them I asked for 2 3 weeks, but they were like, they want someone urgent, like the same day. Oh, they wanted someone yesterday. So
Oh my
I told
God.
them I couldn't uh, I couldn't really make it, but there is hope. I'm seeing hope that it is possible if
Yes.
you position yourself well and you write a nice
Yes.
CV. I believe I have a nice CV, so
You do.
if you
That's why you
position,
already got interviews.
yeah. So if you have a nice CV, you can easily be shortlisted and attend an interview, and you get a job.
That's right. About how much did getting a license from Dubai Health Authority with the exam waiver cost? How much did you spend altogether getting the good standing certificate from Texas Board of Nursing, data flow, and everything else?
Okay, so I can say about 2,000 AEDs
Okay.
in total.
Okay.
About
All right.
that.
That's pretty much it. That's good. Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
So
Charles. So, can you give us a final word of advice? Final word of advice to nurses out there, to those who are in dire need of moving elsewhere because their US RN pathway is taking forever, and
I
just to
know.
nurses also who are planning to move. What is your final word of advice to them?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Yeah. So what I can tell nurses out there is that if you have a dream, it is high time you start now,
Yeah,
because time is not there to wait for you. If I had started my NCLEX licensing process way back, maybe today I would have a priority date. But because I kept on pushing to the next day, yes, I'm still here. So if you have a dream you want to chase after, start right away. And in case you find challenges along the way, please don't give up. I have made challenges here and there through the process, uncertainties at some point, but you don't stop pushing. You continue pressing until when you overcome. You continue to believe in yourself, knowing that at the end of the tunnel, light will come.
absolutely.
Yeah, so all the processes in whichever country you want to move to, UK, Dubai, uh, Qatar, Australia, Canada, the process requires patience. Processes are hectic, so you need patience. The moment you lose patience, you are going to land into scammers. They are all over the place. They want
Very
those ones
correct.
who are very they want those ones who are so quick. You want to move in just 2 days without processing your documents. So you need patience, and if you can, do things by yourself to avoid the scammers. And the last advice I give to nurses out there is that believe in yourself and believe in your capacities. Because if you believe in yourself, definitely you will keep the morale, you will keep the motivation to
Right.
keep pressing and keep looking for what you're looking for. But the moment you don't believe in yourself, trust me, you won't progress anywhere. That's what I can
Right.
say.
Thank you immensely for that wonderful and timely advice. It's very, very necessary. He said, if you have a dream, just to wrap up, if you have a dream, start today. There is no need to wait for tomorrow because you don't know what tomorrow holds for you. And you should be intentional about everything. Do your due diligence, do your researches, be patient along the line because traveling abroad is not a day's job. It takes a while and it's always accompanied with a lot of hurdles and challenges which you must traverse or you must go through successfully in order to be able to attain that dream of yours. And also believe in yourself, believe in your capabilities, believe in what you have to offer. This is such a beautiful advice on this morning. And I think anyone who has plans to move should really take this into serious consideration. Thank you so much, Charles, for coming to our channel to share your beautiful story. It's really inspiring. I've learned so much, and I'm sure someone out there has learned a lot as well. Big congratulations to you for all your licenses, USRN license and Dubai Health Authority license.
Thank
And
you.
yes, and good luck in your job search in Dubai. I strongly believe with your zeal and commitment and intentionality, you will get a good job in Dubai. It's just a matter of time.
I believe in the good Lord, it will come through.
It will come through by the special grace of God, of course. Thank you so
Amen.
much. Amen.
Thank you too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.